Hey, friends. You know, I have spent years on this healing journey. But for a long time, there was one person I never realized I had to forgive. Can you guess who that person was? It was me. I learned very early on in this journey that the people that hurt me were not the hardest ones to forgive. The hardest person to forgive was the person I became because I was hurt. Did you hear that? The person I became because I was hurt. And here's what I want you to know. If you grew up like me, believing you're not enough, hearing you're not enough, not good enough, not lovable enough, not smart enough, those beliefs, they don't stay in your childhood. I know I carried them into my adulthood. But here's what I want to remind you. Today, you can change those beliefs. I don't care if you are 25, 45, 65, or even 85. You're not too old. Your story is not over. It's never too late to heal. Remember, if I did it, you can do it, because we're the same. There's no difference. My story began very early in my life. I experienced sexual, verbal, physical, psychological abuse, all starting around the age of 3 or 4. And I carried that well into my adolescence and young adulthood. Yep. So when I talk about deep, trenched beliefs, it's not something I learned in a textbook. I lived it. I lived it. And the thing is, when you're that young, you don't understand what's happening. You don't have the words. All you know is you. You are the center of your world. So anything that's happening to you becomes who you are. So these messages, I'm not smart. I'm not enough. I don't make good decisions. They become deep trenches of wrong beliefs. And before you know it, you believe that's who you are. And so this is where self-forgiveness is so important. Because like I said, those beliefs, they didn't stay in my childhood. I brought them with me. Yeah, they were heavy, but I lugged them everywhere I went. And let me tell you, they influenced every single decision I have ever made. Decisions about my relationships, decisions about the way I saw myself, decisions about what I thought I deserved and what I didn't deserve. Everything. And here comes the sticky part. As an adult, when I looked back, that's when I became really angry with myself. I had no grace for myself. When I look back and asked, why did I allow that? Why didn't I know better? But how was that little girl supposed to know she was lovable when everything she heard and saw and was demonstrated to her was that she wasn't? Maybe you've spent years criticizing yourself for using coping mechanisms that once helped you survive. You know, things like people pleasing, staying quiet when you should speak up, speaking up when you should stay quiet, lack of boundaries. What happened to me was not my choice. But what I do with my life now is absolutely my choice. And that's what I want you to understand. It's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to give yourself grace. It's never too late to forgive yourself. These days, I love myself. Even when I'm having a crappy day, I know that I'm not going to stay there because I forgave myself, because I know that it wasn't my fault. And what happened to you was not your fault. I don't care what you've been told. It was not your fault. So give yourself some grace. Love yourself the way God loves you, unconditionally. And I know that's really hard for some of us. But it's the only way to set yourself free. The only way. Love, forgiveness, and gratitude. Today, we're talking about forgiveness, and in particular, self-forgiveness. It's that important. Love yourself even in your muck. You are worth it. Remember, Jesus tells us we're here to do 3 things. Love God, love yourself, love your neighbor. I love you. I hope you can love yourself. Let's go for a little walk to clear our heads. Have an amazing week.